Scott's tired of big words.
Scott, oh, you're feeling a little soporific, aren't you?
Maggie's tired of big nerds.
He's in front of his computer screen all the time.
So he had a blind date.
Someone that actually had a more limited vocabulary.
And she took him to nerd heaven.
Hot woman leaning over a keyboard.
After her blind date gives her a kiss beyond words. Will they continue conjointly?
I'll try to have a more limited vocabulary.
Or have a change of heart?
I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. This is the show where couples who've reached a crossroads in their relationship voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new. So let's meet our couple. Now, they met in junior high school and even went to the prom together, but just as friends. Now, she says they kissed. He swears they didn't. However, 6 months ago, she moved to Los Angeles, and this time they both remember the kiss that turned friendship into love. Please welcome Scott Rose and Maggie Rowe. Welcome. You guys are on the show because I guess the kisses aren't as sweet as they used to be. Maggie, if you had to say the biggest difference between Scott now and high school, what would it be?
No zits.
Well, that's good.
Cleared up his skin a little bit. He's sexier than he used to be.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Scott, what turns you on the most about Maggie?
Well, I would say her intelligence. We have incredible conversations with each other, and it's great. We share the same sense of humor too.
So that's all good. All right, Maggie, is there anything about Scott that turns you off?
I want more of a manly man kind of guy.
As opposed to...
Yeah, it's not that Scott isn't male. It's just, he's in front of his computer screen all the time.
Oh, wait a second.
He was a geek when I met him, and he's gotten a little bit better, but it's essentially the same.
Wait a second. You love the computer, too? We sit in front of it. We're playing games with each other.
You have your single-person games.
Scott, if you had to pick one point about your relationship, I'm trying to help you here, Scott.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
If you had to pick one point in your relationship that was the weakest with you and Maggie, what would you say that would be?
It would definitely be the bedroom. Oh! Okay? Now, let me tell you something, okay?
Yes.
Maggie is really into yoga, so much of the fact that yoga takes precedence over sex, okay?
A little extreme.
It doesn't take precedence. It's another aspect of my life.
You do yoga on the bed. What are yoga mats for?
We do yoga. It's more comfortable.
You need to learn how to just jump in there.
Anyways, I need a little more spice. You know what I mean?
When you are getting a little, activity in the bedroom, is she outgoing?
Yeah, she's all right, you know?
Okay, gives you a thumbs up, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thumbs up. Right. No, it's like, I wish I could have a little more spice and action, like I said. You know
maybe she'll tweak it up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, Maggie, what about Scott whining and dining you? How's he in that department?
Scott is the biggest con artist when we go out.
What?
Con artist?
I forgot my credit card. If he has his ATM, he forgot his PIN number.
These
four numbers that he can't remember.
That happened like 2 times.
So he stands on you, and what happens? You pick up the check?
Yeah, I pick up the check every time.
Can I just say something? I take her out on really romantic dinners, and pay the whole way.
You pay the
All right, Scott, let's talk about when you're out together. How does Maggie act when you guys are out on a date?
Okay, let me tell you something. Maggie is constantly talking about sleeping with other guys. The waiters, guys at the next table. Let me tell you something.
You're the one that flirts with the waitress.
I'm just being friendly. Let me tell you something.
You mean like a fantasy thing?
Exactly. Let me tell you, even when we're at home watching TV,
Scott, you give your business card to waitresses.
they're interested in my services.
All right. Maggie, anything about Scott that hasn't changed since high school?
Well, his hair has remained exactly the same.
Oh, really?
But he's been, obsessed about it.
Wait a second. I've been through, 4 hairstyles since high school.
Same exact hairstyle.
It's a brand new hairstyle.
All right.
Seriously.
All right, Scott, what about the way...
the exact same
Scott, what about the way
hairstyle.
Maggie treats you in the relationship? Are you happy there?
No, let me tell you something. She's very, very condescending, okay? She is an SAT teacher. So, she teaches high school kids vocabulary words and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So if we're out in public, I'll be like, Maggie, I'm really tired. And she'll be like, Scott, oh, you're feeling a little soporific, aren't you? It's like, who talks talks like that.
You're sleepy. If you're more sleepy, then it's so
So why'd you say sleepy?
She's patronizing.
Well,
you're saying-
patronizing.
yes.
She's very patronizing.
I'm just trying to help.
All right, Maggie, tell us why you thought this was a good time the two of you come on and date other people.
Well, Scott and I have a really great relationship, right? But sometimes I feel like we're more brother and sister than we are boyfriend and girlfriend. So, because we get along so well. So I just thought maybe now's the time to see if there's someone that we have a little more spark for.
Okay, we'll see if you found some spark. Obviously, it seems that Scott and Maggie have some decisions to make. Now, when we come back, we're going to meet the people that they dated, and we'll find out if they're going to stay together or have a change of heart, so stay here. We're here with Maggie and Scott. Now, Scott says that Maggie likes yoga more than sex, patronizes him, and gawks at other men. So he matched him up with a one-man woman who's never set foot in a yoga class. Please welcome Jennifer Fabos. Hi, Jennifer. And you know Scott. Maggie, do you think that Jennifer likes Scott's haircut?
She looks like someone who'd spend a lot of time looking at her own haircut in the mirror.
And Jennifer, what did you think of his haircut?
Well, I liked it. Yeah, he was pretty cute.
You thought he was styling?
Yeah, when I came to his place and opened the door, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Me as well.
All right, and Scott, since we're on the subject of hair, how was Jennifer's?
It was really cute. It was up in a bun, but even more so than her hair, she had this beautiful red lipstick on. She was wearing a tight little low-cut outfit, high heels. She looked really, really sexy. I wanted to kiss her right there.
Oh. And did you go for it?
No, I decided to be a gentleman, and
I'm glad you decided to be a gentleman.
exactly. I gave her a hug, and I invited her in for some wine.
You invited her to your apartment?
Yeah, for just.
Well, they were starting their date.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jennifer, is Scott a wine connoisseur?
Yeah.
Maggie's like, no.
Yeah, he had two kinds of wine for me to choose from, and I usually choose the red, but unfortunately, I had to choose white because he couldn't get the cork open.
Well, it was a cork thing. It was a very difficult bottle.
Sometimes that happens.
The white wine just popped off just like that.
I was looking for a more manly kind of man.
All right, Scott, you had some wine. How about the conversation? What was that like?
The conversation was really good. We sort of cuddled up close on the couch. We were hitting it off right away. We were talking about all sorts of things. I was sharing stuff about my family, my brother, my life.
About the computer game.
We don't think we touched on computers, but maybe a little. And then she started talking about her life. She's modeled before. She's actually done some nude modeling before.
Jennifer, what kind of nude modeling was this?
I don't want to get the wrong idea. I do fine art nude modeling for artists like Renaissance.
It's much more erotic than yoga, regardless. Let me just tell you.
All right, now Jennifer, Maggie was complaining that he talks about computers too much. Did you get a sense of that?
Well, no. I mean, it is his business, and we did go on the computer, and I looked at some of my internet, some of my email. And
So we looked at some of her modeling pictures on the internet. You know, it was really hot.
All right, and while she's on the computer, what were you doing, Scott?
Oh well, she was leaning over the keyboard, and I just sort of took a step back, just sort of checked out her ass. Looked really nice. And what more can you ask for? Like a hot woman leaning over a keyboard. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, but Scott, let's think about it. Honestly, sitting at the computer is not a real exciting date. So.
Well, it depends who's doing the typing, really. But no, you're right. We actually went in the car afterwards. Things started to heat up a little bit on the way to the restaurant, and Jennifer was telling me about her pets at her house. You know, she has dogs, turtles, iguanas, snakes. She was talking about how the snakes, she loves to have them slither all over her body, and it was fueling some fantasies for me, actually, quite a bit.
All right, Scott, now you said Maggie was patronizing. Was Jennifer the same way with you?
No, not at all. In fact, it was very refreshing to have someone, to be with someone that actually had a more limited vocabulary. I don't mean that like a negative way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, be careful how you put that, Scott. You get yourself in a lot of trouble here.
You know what I mean? It was more like we were on the same level. Do you know what I mean? We were more on the same wavelength with the words. You know what I mean?
Now, Jennifer, help him dig himself out of the hole. Was it apparent that he at least was, sort of liking you when you were hanging out?
Well, he seemed to like me a lot. He gave me lots of compliments.
She gave me a lot as well, so it was... Oh, go on.
And Maggie, when you were hanging out with Scott, is he very complimentary to you?
No, he's so obsessed with his own things that and his own hair. He's like always looking at his own reflection in any reflective.
You know what?
surface.
Hold on a second.
All right, Scott, you said that Maggie, though, was when you guys were out, that she's always checking out other guys. Was Jennifer doing the same thing?
No, in fact, it was completely the opposite. When we were out together, all the waiters and all the people at the side tables, they were all checking Jennifer out. But Jennifer was totally into me the whole time. Her
And
eyes
did you get a
never-
sense that she could let her hair down and sort of hang with you?
Actually, yes, she literally let her hair down.
Took it out of the bun?
Exactly, took it out of the bun. It fell down her shoulders just like this. She looked really, really sexy.
While you guys were out, Jennifer, did he bring up Maggie?
No. Actually, he kind of just wanted to get us together again. And I never heard her name the whole conversation.
Never came up the whole night.
He didn't mention me at all.
Well, no,
And when you say get together again, you were making plans for another date or what?
Yeah, we were talking about going out again.
And were you okay with that?
Well, yeah, we talked about it and possibly even getting together this next week.
Exactly.
All right, and Scott, how did the night end for you? Was it okay?
Yeah, the night ended great. You know,
Sorry, Maggie.
we were outside in the moonlight, outside my house. We gave each other a nice, really warm hug. You know, we just sort of stared into each other's eyes. You know, quick peck on the lips. You know, just a tiny one. And we decided that maybe we'd get together again sometime soon.
And did you?
We did not. We talked about going out the next night, and Jennifer wasn't feeling good, so I totally understood. So we said maybe again sometime, maybe this week.
Oh, maybe. Okay, still ends up with a maybe. All right, we're Scott's erotic fantasies of Jennifer, enough to give him a change of heart? We don't know, but we're going to find out later. However, next we're going to meet the man that Maggie dated. We'll hear all about that date next, so stay with us. Scott's date with Jennifer, and now we're going to meet the man that Maggie dated. Maggie says Scott still has the old high school hairdo. He's a little on the wimpy side and has a tendency of conning her out of her money. So we matched her up with a successful businessman with tons of machismo and who's always changing his hairdo. Please welcome Craig McCracken. Hey, Craig. Good to see you. Hey, Scott, what do you think? Do you think Maggie likes his hairdo better than yours?
I mean, if you like bedhead, I guess. I mean, oh my God, he's totally not your type.
At least it's any head.
Oh.
Craig, so before you met Maggie in person, did you learn anything about her interests on the phone?
Actually, I did. We had a short conversation because she had laryngitis, but I found out a couple things about her, that she was really into yoga, and she was really smart.
Did she give you the technical word for laryngitis? I'm just curious.
No,
No, that would be the word. Just to help you out there a little, Scott. And Maggie, what did you learn about Craig?
Well, he told me that he was in business school, so I was a little nervous. I thought, I've got another geek type on my hands. But he comes to the door and really fine looking.
So it was a nice surprise. And Craig, were you happy with Maggie's look when you found her?
I thought she was great. I was a little bit worried that she might be a little bit like a granola or something with the whole yoga thing going on. But I was very impressed when I saw her for the first time.
All right. So there you guys. Maggie, you finally meet. How did Craig break the ice?
Well, he came to my door and he had these 2 yoga videos because I told him that I was interested
yoga
in
videos?
Yeah, he was interested in what I'm
That is
interested in.
so cheesy. Oh my
So much sweeter than flowers. It was
Like I needed to
showed he
bring
was-
her to the computer and do my
Oh,
thing.
come on. Oh, my God. We were exploring Jennifer's life.
He brought you the videos, but Maggie, compare the hairdos between the two of them. Assess each one. What would you say?
Craig's is so much nicer.
What are you talking about? That is so great.
And he wasn't obsessed with it the whole night.
Wait a second. Okay, I can
He
let
wasn't
my...
fixing it. He wasn't
Hold on a second.
petting it.
My hair could look just
wasn't
like his, but I just
gelling
mess it up a little bit. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean?
kind of exactly the same. That's good.
Hey, Scott.
I put a little gel in it.
Scott?
Some gel.
Scott, would Maggie say that Craig's more manly than you?
Yeah. Would Maggie say he's
Yeah.
more manly than
You think?
me? I don't know. He doesn't look that manly, actually. I guess just...
A little more.
Maggie, in your opinion, who wins the battle of the manliness?
Craig is definitely more manly.
Oh, really? How do you know? Like, how do you know?
And he wasn't going home to go in front of a computer and play computer games. He surfs. You know, he's an active guy.
I don't think somebody has much muscles or anything.
He has more
like
muscle than you.
All right, Craig, let's talk about the date. What did you have planned? Something manly, or what was going to happen?
Very manly date, actually.
Okay.
We went out, had some nice dinner. It was a club. There was a lot of different types of music and things. I wasn't sure what kind of music she liked, so I wanted to do that. There was a fashion show, and I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen. It was a lingerie show that night.
What?
It was lots of fun.
What do you mean it was a lingerie show?
Maggie, what kind of lingerie were we talking about?
It was some pretty risque stuff. It was kind of see-through, kind of
What, did you, were you part of the show as well?
No, we were just watching
Spectators.
You were watching like this erotic thing?
Yeah.
And Craig, while you were watching this fashion show, anything catch your eye that you thought might look good on Maggie?
Actually, there were several things. There was one thing that I really thought would work out. I wanted to see if I could pull it off and get her into it later.
What's that? What is it?
Yeah, what would that have been?
It was the sheer, pretty close to nothing underneath. That
I
kind of
see.
thing.
What?
And Maggie, would you be willing to put something like that on?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Hold on. Did you put something on?
No, but
See, Scott, earlier you said she's too conservative. That's a little, that's a little
Right, yeah,
risque.
you don't do that with me when we're in the bedroom. What's that?
You wonder why?
All right, Maggie, how would Scott have acted at this fashion show if he was with you?
Scott would have gone nuts. He would have been screaming. He would have been throwing dollar bills. Like, he loves the big fake boobs.
Oh, come
He would have just started.
All right, well, Craig, this sounds kind of sexy. Things get even sexier afterwards?
Yeah, actually, we went over, did a little bit of dancing, and she was really getting into it. I liked it. We were throwing a lot of smiles, a lot of looks. It was fun.
Really? How beautiful. Really, like, how close were you guys dancing? Just out of curiosity's sake, what kind of dance were you doing?
Dancing very close.
Pretty close, like this.
A little body rubbing.
Interesting, yeah.
And Maggie, at some point while you were out on your date, were you ever thinking about or missing Scott?
No, not really. The only thing I would say is that Scott does have real goofball sense of humor that,
Would you enjoy? Would you
You
laugh
might have missed
at?
a little bit of that.
Love that.
but not on the dance floor.
And Maggie, what are you saying? Craig's not goofy?
No. Craig's goofy too. I'm just saying that.
Not as goofy.
Thank you.
Right.
No, that was
saving-
come on.
My
All right,
saving
Maggie,
grace.
do a comparison of the date with Craig that, let's say, compared to Scott.
Well, we went out and Craig paid. He didn't try to con me.
So that was
He
different.
was interested in what I wanted to talk about. He wasn't obsessed with his computer games.
Oh, man, I always listen to all
No,
your
you don't
stories.
listen to anything I
All
say.
the time.
You
Did I
never
listen to
listen to
on the
things I
date?
say. And then we had a very sexy goodnight kiss at the end.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean sexy? Like, how long?
About that long.
Sexy enough,
So I think I went above and beyond our rule for the date.
All right.
I don't know.
Will Scott and Maggie have a change of heart? That's what we're going to find out during the break because they've got to make a final decision. We'll find out what it is when we come back, so stay here. Truth. During the break, Scott and Maggie each made a final decision about the future of their relationship, and there's no turning back now. Will they stay together, or have they had a change of heart? Now, you guys came on the show because you felt like you had a great relationship, but weren't really sure if it was romantic or brother and sister-like, so that's what we're trying to sort through here. Scott, we're going to start with you. You said you wanted to date somebody that was less patronizing, somebody that was less into yoga and more into romance, and somebody that wasn't going to have wandering eyes and, have that situation that you had to deal with. So there you were with Jennifer. You guys had a nice little bit of wine together. You were playing on the computer. You complimented her at dinner. You guys had a really nice date together. You say what, though? Stay together or change of heart?
Well, Maggie, we've known each other for a really long time, and we have a great relationship. And when I was with Jennifer, we just totally hit it off. There were sparks were flying. I really felt like we really enjoyed each other. But deep down in my heart, I really love Maggie, and I'm gonna stay together.
Stay together. Okay, Jennifer, sorry things didn't work out for you. All right, Maggie, it's your decision now. You said you wanted to date somebody that had maybe a little better, more modern haircut, somebody that was more manly, and somebody that was free to spend some cash on you, so you didn't have to pick up the check. So we sent you out with Craig. He brought you yoga videos. You were impressed by that. You guys went out and did some sexy dancing, had some nice, whining and dining the way you wanted to be treated, and a nice, sexy kiss. Scott, you do have some history with, and he does want to stay together. What do you say?
Well, I had a great date. I think Craig is really sexy, and we had the best time. But Scott is indefatigable and amiable, and he never prevaricates. So, Scott, what that means is we're gonna stay together.
Stay together. All right, Craig, sorry things didn't work out for you.
So sweet, Maggie. Such a sweet closing.
Congratulations. And by coming on the show, you find out you are a little bit stronger and you do have a relationship, and I'll find out what those big words mean later. That is our show for today. Thanks to Craig and Jennifer. Good luck to Scott and Maggie. We'll see you next time right here on Change of Heart.